and your participation in the meeting is your consent to be recorded and be rebroadcast on the city's social media pages. If you have a cell phone, it would be greatly appreciated if you put those devices in airplane mode or turn them off. So if you'll stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Greg Sapp.
Here.
Les Newman.
Here.
Ed Singleton.
Here.
Linda Bedwell.
Present.
And Tony Richards.
Present.
In the packets, the minutes from the January meeting for your approval.
There should be 2 sets.
I make a motion we approve the minutes from the January 29th meeting and the January 12th meeting.
January 29th meeting was a special meeting, and the January 12th was the regular meeting. Motion's been made and seconded to approve the minutes presented. Any discussion? Call for vote.
Les Newman.
Yes.
Ed Singleton.
Yes.
Linda Bedwell.
Yes.
Tony Richards.
Yes.
And Greg Sapp.
Yes.
Okay. For your approval, the claims have been properly signed.
I'll make the motion we approve the claim properly signed and submitted.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the claims that have been properly signed. Any discussion? Call for vote.
Ed Singleton.
Yes.
Linda Bedwell.
Yes.
Tony Richards.
Yes.
Greg Sapp.
Yes.
And Les Newman.
Yes.
Okay. Also, your approval on for the payroll allowance docket.
I make a motion to approve the payroll allowance docket.
Second it.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the payroll allowance docket. Any discussion? Call for vote.
Linda Bedwell.
Yes.
Tony Richards.
Yes.
Greg Sapp.
Yes.
Les Newman.
Yes.
Ed Singleton.
Yes.
Okay, goes on. Approval of the fund report.
I make a motion we approve the fund report.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the fund report. Any discussion?
The only comment that I would have on the fund report in my package says it's not final, is that
It's
correct?
not.
Okay, so we're just
Yeah.
approving.
I understand there's been some software glitches.
Just a few.
Any further discussion? Call for vote.
Tony Richards.
Yes.
Greg Sapp.
Yes.
Les Newman.
Yes.
Ed Singleton.
Yes.
Linda Bedwell.
Yes.
And also available is the appropriations report for 2026 for your approval.
I make a motion we approve the appropriation report.
I'll second
Motion been made and seconded to approve the appropriations report. Any discussion? Call for vote.
Greg Sapp.
Yes.
Les Newman.
Yes.
Ed Singleton.
Yes.
Linda Bedwell.
Yes.
Tony Richards.
it. Yes.
Okay. Under new business, we have several agenda items. Tonight, I'd like to table the use of Humphreys Park for fundraisers and ordinance. Still being drafted according to, and there's some other minor couple things to take care of before and it'll be on the March meeting, so that will be tabled for tonight. First item on the agenda is the Stockton Township Fire Agreement update. This is updated from the agreement that was approved last month's meeting.
Yes.
You wanna go ahead?
While I was entering this in the software, I discovered that it should have been 92,500 as opposed to 90,000. So I contacted Donna and she agreed that that's what it should have been. So
So specifically Fund 1,111. Page 17 of 40. That's the one you're talking about that changed.
That is actually her budget order. The 111 is the 92.5 is how much it should have been.
Gotcha.
You just wanna make a motion, we adopt the fire contract and agreement between the city of Linton and Stockton Township. I make that motion.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to adopt the updated Stockton Township Fire Agreement. With a new number, any discussion? Call for vote?
Les Newman,
Yes.
Ed Singleton.
Yes.
Linda Bedwell,
Yes.
Tony Richards,
Yes.
and Greg Sapp.
Yes.
Okay. Also on the agenda is the park manager position. The pay for this was approved in the salary ordinance last year. The position was announced, and I'd like to recommend Tom Robinson for that position, park manager.
I make a motion, we accept your recommendation.
Second that.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Call for vote?
Ed Singleton,
Yes.
Linda Bedwell,
Yes.
Tony Richards,
Yes.
Greg Sapp,
Yes.
Les Newman.
Yes.
In your packet is the Linton Stockton School Corporation cross-country lease. Trustee Skinner talked about this at the last meeting, about trying to utilize as the northeast corner of the Conservation Club to establish courses for cross-country. There's no currently any home meets for cross-country, and this will allow the school to actually have a home cross-country meet.
I wanna ask that we table this. We just got this. I believe Claudia said she got it at 5:30. We just got it put on our plate today. It's not even complete. It says there's an exhibit A attached. It's not attached. I would ask that we would table this till next month.
Okay,
I have a couple questions about it also.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Sure.
yeah.
On this lease with the cross country, I don't think we're against it. But my question is, if we open this up for the school to have a cross country meet in it, what's our plans as far as opening up the conservation club to the rest of the people to have maybe a walking path through the conservation club? If we open it up to the school, are we gonna open it up to everyone that wants to walk, no motorized vehicles, golf carts, thing like that? And if so, can we make it maybe for the roads only, and it wouldn't interfere with the cross-country track wherever it's gonna be at? Because like I said, we don't know. That's just a suggestion that I have, that I'd like to bring forward in front of the board.
Like I said, I just would like to ask that we postpone this till next month. I haven't got a chance to read it. I'm not sure if everyone else does, but don't want to get ourselves in another lawsuit. And I just ask that it could be postponed till next month.
I kinda agree with you, Linda, I mean, cause like I say, it's,
It's
cross
incomplete.
country's not gonna start for several months yet, so I don't know, but for us to go with this lease, and like I say, to really get an idea of what property we're talking about.
And if I could add that if there was a hard deadline that the cross-country would need this to be signed in order to hit their schedule for holding home meets, it would be great if we knew that, so that way we could make sure to push this through the way that in the time frame that they need it in. And maybe there's someone here that's gonna do public comments to talk more about that, but just curious to know if we postpone this until next month, can they still hit their home meet schedule?
I think it's on the schedule for Chelsea to talk about that. As far as the trails, we were trying to recondition the trails that have been out there for some years and to eventually make that available for the citizens. That was the intent, to raise the lake and make it available for fishing and make it accessible for that purpose. So this will help in that regard of getting the trails back in shape. They have actually volunteered to make the trails, work the trails and clean them up. So that's the intent.
Like I said, this lease isn't complete.
You're not wrong there. There is an exhibit A that's called out that's not available for the council. What I would potentially recommend is we could table it for maybe a special session so they wouldn't have to wait until a full month. If you would be agreeable to do a special session to approve this.
I'd rather just approve it for next month. So we can get everything in line. I'm not signing the lease that I got 5 minutes before a meeting.
Understood
I don't think anyone here would.
I think the exhibit A is the map, if I remember right. It should have been added. Cross-country lease is tabled.
Is the school gonna be responsible for making their course?
Yes,
The
they,
city.
yes.
If they open up, if we agree to this for the, would it be possible, I mean, and I don't know how hilly or what the course will be for the people to walk it, or since they leased it? I guess because my question is there, if the people walk the course on walking only, who's insurance gonna cover them if we do that? Because school would have insurance on for the cross-country
For the
team.
cross- And that's part of the details we gotta work out for making it accessible.
Yeah, that's
Access
what I
period and
need to go see whose insurance gonna be covered. That's why if we make it for the road around it, that's a city property, so our city insurance. And did you mention you're gonna open up the lakes for fishing?
eventually,
Okay, cause I started to say, doesn't it, years ago, I think one of the reasons why we closed it down was because of the insurance the lakes were not ADA accessible.
Right.
And they said it's whatever pond, every pond had to have ramps on them, docks and everything else to be ADA.
right?
I talked to Mr. Feaster about that, and he thinks we can get by with one dock and one accessible. So that's what the state does. It only has like one accessible spot. And each lake, they've got each lake, but they've only, I think, Hildebrand, we've got 3, 4, 5. Out of all the lakes, I think we've only got 5 accessible for ADHD up there.
I mean, that's great, but I'd want that in writing and proof that
Yeah, well,
that we're not,
you're not
with the
gonna,
trouble we had before.
yeah, you're not gonna get the government to
Yeah, so,
approve that, but he says, for sure we can get by with just that, so I don't know. But he did tell me that we got new fishery boss and that he might be able to come up and do testing and restock the lake for free.
Those are just things that we're trying to work out with the conservation committee, want to get them reestablished and figure out how to go forward. But this cross-country is an opportunity to help open up the trails that are out there for eventual use.
I'm not saying it's not a good opportunity. It's just I'm not gonna sign a lease that I got 5 minutes before a meeting that is not complete.
Next item on the agenda is cancellation of warrants from the old outstanding checks. That list is in your packet.
This is an annual thing. We have to go back 2 years as of December 31st of the year.
And these people, I mean, I know I asked last year, they just don't cash their checks.
They don't cash their checks.
I make a motion that we approve the cancellation and voiding of outstanding checks for 2025.
I second that.
A motion's been made and seconded to approve the cancellation of outstanding checks. Any discussion? Call for vote.
Linda Bedwell,
Yes.
Tony Richards,
yeah,
Craig Sapp,
Yes.
Les Newman,
Yes.
Ed Singleton.
Yes.
Okay. So with that, the next item on the agenda is department heads reporting. We're all looking at each other back there.
No. No.
First, sorry. James with the fire department. I'm gonna give you the run counts. We had 117 total runs in January. 104 of those were EMS calls with 45 transports. 13 of those were fire calls with 2 structure fires. We had 5 of our guys attend the winter fire school up in Plainfield this past week. And the hiring process, we've narrowed it down to 3 candidates. Hopefully we're doing their final interviews this week and we'll have our candidate next week. That's what I'm shooting for, so.
And will that fill your roster for?
That'll fill our 9th guy that we've been down, so. There's no other questions on the guy.
Do you have a date for the Valor Awards yet?
It's going to be, it looks like March 23rd now, because the marshal's gonna be taking off the front part of March.
March 23rd.
Yes. It'll be at 2 o'clock. So 2 of our firemen received a Valor Award from the Fire Marshal's office for their acts during the tornado. So
Where's that gonna be at?
I have it here. It's
Okay, March 23rd at what time?
2 o'clock.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you guys.
Tom, the street department, we only had 2 sewer call-ins for blockages that we took care of last month. We took care of 32 locates, the trash and dumpsters, besides the 1 cancellation after the snow when it was uninterrupted. We faced some snow, so I have to brag on the crew because we started on a Saturday at noon and went completely through our rotating till 6 p.m. on Sunday. And then continue through the rest of the week to help out everywhere we could and anyone we could on the snow removal. So I have to say, I think the guys did quite a good job. Lastly, I would like to thank the crews and the departments for the hard work and dedication that allowed us to be recognized as Business of the Year from the Chamber. This wouldn't have been done together without the crews working together and the commitment to serve the community as best if we can. Any questions?
I'd just like to thank all the citizens of Linton, the businesses that if you went by, I mean, I know it happened down in my area that people were trying to dig out when the street department went by. They pretty much told them to get out of the way and took care of it for it, and that's greatly appreciated.
Thank you.
Good evening. Ross Gentry at the Gas and Water Department. Month of January, we had 32 locates, 24 water leaks, 35 after-hour calls, pretty busy for us. 23 of those were water-related, 12 were gas-related or odor complaints. Today, Brent and I completed our Gas Utility Alliance triannual inspection. Everything went pretty good. He was, I think, pretty pleased with our record keeping and everything, and that's just a credit to all of my guys as well. Nothing else from me. Any questions? Thank you.
David?
David Cerny with the police department. In January, dispatch had 846 calls. 446 of those required a police response. And our guys did 178 traffic stops. I don't know about citations. I didn't pull that. Any questions?
Like I said, thanks to everyone for what you guys did through the snow and helping everybody, and it just wasn't one department, it was all the departments.
Rick?
Good evening. Vince Lower, General Manager Utilities. Have a few items to report on. The current MDOT B Hunter AutoZone culvert replacement project. I know I keep bringing this before you every month, but it's still there. We are currently awaiting approval of the water utility work plan along with the hardship reimbursement agreement with MDOT. So once these are approved, I will be bringing forth to you a contract for engineering, with Commonwealth Engineering, for the design phase of this project, assuming that everything continues forward as planned. So right now, the current schedule is for construction sometime this fall. That's yet to be seen. Currently, the bid letting right now as it stands is in April. I'm not sure if that's going to be pushed back, but depending on how things move forward with this, it could be potentially delayed into 2027. We're just not sure yet until we have that information back from MDOT. Secondly, Joint LLC will be installing underground fiber within our community. They have submitted phase 1 permit along with their bond, and right now the first location that they'll be starting will be in the northwest section of town, and I'm assuming that will probably start within the next 3 weeks. So there will be crews out with directional drilling crews. It'll start over here behind the police department where the current fiber cabinet is, and they'll start building out in that first section in the northwest area. So I'll keep you posted on any changes with that. Lastly, I just wanted to comment on the recent article regarding the potential discussion of sale of our utility assets. And it came across as a rumor, and I just wanted to state that it's exactly that, a rumor. To my knowledge, I haven't been involved in any discussions, but we have not had any discussions regarding the desire to sell any of our utility assets. If anything, this article brought out was how important having those utility assets under local control really is. I mean, it's a blessing what we have, and we would be foolish to try to sell any of them. So I wanted to squash that publicly. There's not been any discussions on that. So with that said, that would conclude my report. I'd be happy to answer any questions if you have any.
I don't have a question, but Brent's wife just retired from the state. She had a very unthankful job, 39 and a half years.
33 and a half.
33 and a half years. So thank her from the citizens of Linton for what she did for those kids.
I'll let her be unemployed for a couple of days, then she started.
I thought you might be working overtime here.
Very good, thank you.
On the list to speak, Chels? You still want to speak?
Sure. I was really hoping we could come to an agreement, but it is what it is. So on the exhibit, I didn't have an exhibit, so I don't know what it was supposed to be. So hopefully we can get that fixed, but as in the opening up the trails and the stuff like that, I was gonna take care of all that. That wasn't gonna be anything out of any city expense whatsoever. Going back to what Greg said, a special meeting, I think if you could reconsider that, that'd be great, because I think you guys had a lot of questions. And I think if we could all sit down and maybe have a little Q&A and nail it down, I think that's where we're lacking. Instead, I think we're gonna keep going back and forth. So I thank you guys again.
Ashley?
Good evening. I am Ashley Dyer, president of the AM Reesher Pool Revitalization Project. So for those who don't know what that is, we are ultimately volunteers who've come together trying to save Linton swimming pool. I wanted to kind of update you on the progress that's been made in the past 9 months. We have raised $45,521 from pretty much individuals in the community. We've had some businesses step up and give donations, but I think the largest individual donation is around $3,500 if memory serves me. This $45,000 is the people of our community dropping in $5 here, $10 here, $100 here. And so I'm hoping that will show the council the commitment that our community has in saving this swimming pool. And I guess in exchange, what I'm asking for the council is that, I know you can't comment here today, but ultimately requesting backing and public support from the city for these efforts. Because I do believe that there's large donors out there that would be willing to step up with large donations, say $10,000, $20,000 or more. However, until the city can commit to keeping this swimming pool open, if this money is raised, I don't feel comfortable going to big donors and asking for big donations. And so what I would be asking for from the city is something in writing with our group that if we can raise $200,000 by February 1 of 2027 in time to install a new liner, that the city would get on board with keeping the pool open for a period of 10 years. I would also challenge the city to commit to investing $50,000 of the city's funds towards this project, because I can tell you, I don't know everything about municipal law and the budget, but I do know that the budget was increased from 2024 to 2025 by almost $1 million. And I do know that there was about $125,000 in budgeted for economic development, as well as $40,000 in the mayor's budget for economic development and other budget line items for economic development. And so, although I can't say I know what that money has been used for, I do know the money's there. We went, like I said, from 2024 to about a $3.4 million budget to a $4.4 million budget in 2025. And I don't know what that looks like in 2026, but I don't think it's too much to ask the city to be willing to help in this revitalization of our swimming pool by $50,000 if we, the community as volunteers, can raise $200,000. That will help us maybe get a slide or a fun feature for our community. And I guess I would just like to challenge the city to have that discussion and see what could be done and get that backing so that we can go out there and keep hitting the ground running, because that's what we've been doing and that's what we plan to do. We have lots of fundraisers already planned for 2026, but we keep seeing on Facebook some negativity about the city not supporting keeping the pool open or closing the pool. And at the end of the day, I think our group would like to know where the city stands and would challenge you to make some kind of public commitment to keeping this pool open if we can do our job. Thank you.
Final comments?
I'd like to make a comment. I want to thank Chelsea for coming up here. I know you guys are probably disappointed, but you're business people. Jerry, you're a business person. You wouldn't sign a lease that was handed to you 5 minutes before. It's nothing against you guys. I just wanted to explain that. Ashley, you come up here and I think you have a good idea. I think the city, I mean, we can spend money for everything else. We've got a wonderful dog park, looks great. I would like to ask the council to stand up and give $50,000 for our pool, because there's about 8 to 10 members that are working their tails off, and in just not even a year, I think we started last April, we've gotten $45,000. We've gotten Bob Walters stepped up and donated $800. And I would like to challenge the council to take a step up and provide that $50,000. That's all I got. And thank you to the city workers for the plowing. It's greatly appreciated.
Any other comments?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Motion's been made, seconded to adjourn. Any discussion? Call for vote.
Ed Singleton,
Yes.
Linda Bethel,
Yes.
Tony Richards,
Yes.
Greg Sapp,
Yes.
Les Newman.
Yes.
Thank you all for coming.